Welcome to Good Vibes TV. My name is Leslie Klein, and I'm your host. In today's program, you're going to learn about vibrations. Our theme is Raise Your Vibe So You Can Thrive, and that's what we're all about, learning from different kinds of experts across many different levels, how to raise their vibe so they can thrive, and learning and teaching you ways to do the same. So today's guest is name is Bridget Riggs. She is the owner of Finding Coherence and is also a retired molecular biologist. And she restored her health by natural means. Now she's passionate about telling people her inspiring story. And she's also my sister. So let me welcome Bridget Riggs.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Well, tell us about the name of your company is called Finding Coherence. And I wanted to ask you, what does coherence actually mean?
Well, I was researching when I got sick, as I am a researcher, so I read a lot of books, and I met or got introduced to heartmath.org and their research with mind, body, soul, mind, body, spirit was pretty interesting. And I made a connection to finding coherence, because when you have your brain connected and in balance with your heart, you're in coherence. And for example, if you have an idea or a thought to go do something, but you talk yourself out of it, that's not really, heart-brain cohesion happening. So you want to make sure that you are always in heart-brain coherence, because if you're not, then you're not honoring your body. You're not doing what your body wants. And a lot of times our brain, our thoughts, things we think are not in coherence with how we want to be healthy. And that's what I found on my journey, was a lot of the self-talk I was saying, a lot of the things I was doing, even though I was saying affirmations and did meditations, it was the self-talk I was saying. Every time I got a pain or ache, great, my Hashimoto's acting up. I'm going to have a great day today, sarcastic. And when I realized what I was doing to myself, I was still maintaining, being sick. So I read a lot, and I changed things up, and I, investigated how I could heal myself, because I didn't want to be on the prescription Synthroid anymore. I didn't feel well on it. For 10 years, I told my doctors that I didn't feel well. I was doing everything, eating healthy, exercising, doing P90X. I wasn't eating organic at the time, but it wasn't the American standard diet. It was a healthy diet. So I was very frustrated, to the point where I actually quit my job, because I was so depressed, so many aches and pains in the morning, that I didn't want to go to work anymore. Just my energy, my thrive to live was just not where it was. And when I started doing a daily practice of Jin Shin Jyutsu, which is a healing art that I practice and I'm a practitioner of now, and then using tuning forks on my body, anytime I ate food, I felt uncomfortable, bloated. So I would take the tuning fork and place it on my body, or an ache that I had here, or, whatever. And it started helping. So I started reading up on frequencies. Mm-hmm. And I read that frequencies are everything. It's the colors that you see, it's the words that you say, it's the things you see out there, the things you hear out in nature. It's all about being a human being and vibrating. And we've all forgotten this. We've all don't do the things that we used to, like go outside and ground ourselves. That actually helps with inflammation. 20 minutes of grounding or earthing outside reduces inflammation, and inflammation is the start of all disease. So I really started reading a lot of different things and found out what worked for me. And that was the tuning forks and the daily practices of Jin Shin. And then about 6 months later, Healy was introduced into my life. And Healy has 144,000 frequencies. And I was amazed, after 6 months daily use of it has really upped my game and energy. And I thought I felt good 6 months ago, but now, I mean, the energy that I have, it's like I'm 55, but I feel like 21 again. So it's been interesting learning and finding my own coherence in my life.
You also did some work at the Chopra Center. Tell us about that.
Right. I've gone to the Chopra Center. Actually, it's Chopra Global now, 3 or 4 different times. But I became actually a meditation, primordial sound meditation teacher at the center, because I really do believe that the meditation is one of the key things that everyone needs to do to check yourself and be back into balance and in harmony. And a lot of people say, oh, I don't have time to meditate. Well, guess what? You do need to meditate. You got to find that time. You got to honor your body if you want to be healthy and, you know, be on this earth for a long period of time. But if you don't, that's fine. Do your own thing. Just do you.
The natural alternatives that you used were the tuning fork, cleaning up your diet, meditation, positive thoughts, and JSJ.
Right.
Also the healing.
Correct. And the frequencies. And, you know, your thoughts too. You know, when you wake up first thing in the morning, you don't focus on all the stuff that you don't want to do that day.
You don't want in your life.
Right.
Focus on what you do want so you can attract it.
Exactly.
All right. So when we get back, let's have you teach us a little technique so we can learn how to raise our vibes so we can thrive. Hello, and welcome back to Good Vibes TV. I'm your host, Leslie Klein, and today my guest is Bridget Riggs. She's the owner of Finding Coherence, and here she is. Welcome back, Bridget. Thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you.
So you're going to show us a way to raise our vibration using a technique from JSJ.
Yes. So Jin Shin Jyutsu is it's like acupuncture, but without the needles. There's 26 different locations on the body that you can put your hand on to help move different energies in your body. And there's different series, but the easiest way that I find, especially if you're waking up at, in the middle of the night, is just holding your fingers, your palms and the back of your palms. So real quick, I'll take you through a demonstration. This could be a meditation on your own if you would like, but holding each finger between 1 to 5 minutes apiece, and then also breathing. Breathing is the circle of life. Every breath is a new part of a new energy cycle in the body. So taking deep breaths and being out of that fight or flight mode that we're in continuously now with the new era that we're in with the masks and everything. So just holding your fingers and counting and breathing, that's all you need to do. So let's start with our thumb. You can hold it either way, this way, this way. I mean, whatever's comfortable for you. This thumb is the attitude of worry. So you have 5 different attitudes along with your fingers that you can harmonize. So if you're worried about a test or something, or that you're driving and you're not a good driver, so it makes you nervous, hold your thumbs. I mean, you can even hold both of them. Be your own artist on here. But holding your thumb not only takes away the worry, but it works on your organs, your spleen, and your stomach.
So just from holding the finger, it activates what? The energy meridians that are in our body system?
Right, for the stomach flow and for your spleen flow.
Okay.
Very important. And Jin Shin's all about relationships. So there's so many different aspects of Jin Shin that I can't really go into, but this is the easiest one. Next is holding your index finger, which is the attitude of fear. So everybody that's in the world right now, to get out of your fear factor, just hold your index finger. You can even do little circles like this if you would like. But the index finger organs that you help when you're holding your index is the kidney and the bladder. Moving to your index finger is the emotion of anger, which
you mean to the middle finger?
To the middle finger, which here in the States, you know, they say flip it. Well, I say grip it, because if you're in anger, you can just help yourself by calming yourself and holding that middle finger instead of giving the middle finger. Next, we have grief, which is your ring finger. That's sadness or grief. That's also with your large intestine and your lung. So if you're having issues with breathing, or if you're a smoker, start holding your ring finger. That will help open up your lungs. And if you have constipation problems, or, you know, the other way, diarrhea, ring fingers to hold. And then lastly, holding your pinky or the little finger is trying too hard or pretense. You know, those type A personalities that are go, 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 never stop for a minute. Well,
Overachievers.
Probably. Yeah. But this is the organ for heart as well as small intestine. So that's a good one to hold. Having any heart problems, heart palpitations, that was a big thing in Hashimoto's. The heart palpitations came out of nowhere, and, you know, uncomfortable. Your heart's not supposed to do that.
Right.
Next is the middle of your palms. That helps with umbilicus and with diaphragm. So holding it this way, again, having the 3 breaths each time we are holding each one of these ends up being 36 breaths. And in Jin Shin, it is imperative that you take 36 deep breaths every day.
So you would alternate one finger and then you go to the other hand.
Or you can do all 5 and then come back around and do these 5. I mean, depending.
Oh, okay. So as long as you're holding your fingers.
Yeah, at any time. You can drive in the car. I mean, you could do this either way. And then you'll find out what makes you feel comfortable, what puts you back in homeostasis, what makes you feel balanced. And the more you do it, it's accumulative, like meditation. The more you do it, the more your body accepts it. And you can do it to the kids, to your dogs, you know, a real good one.
How would you do your dogs?
Same way. They're just like with us. They have a skeleton. They still have the 26 points. So you can hold their pads of their feet if you want. And opposite fingers and toes are really good to keep the whole entire energy in the body going well. So many different things, but start with your fingers. They're easy.
So when we get back after this break, Bridget has a special offer just for our Good Vibes TV viewers. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Good Vibes TV. I'm your host, Leslie Klein, and today our guest has been Bridget Riggs, who is the owner of Finding Coherence and also a JSJ practitioner. And Bridget, you have a special offer for our guest today. And let me bring you up. There you are.
Yes. I would like everybody to go to findingcoherence.com, and there will be a PDF that they can download from themselves that will show the little demonstration that I did on the fingers and hands. And it will have a bunch of information that they can just download and have it at their ease to look at. There's also going to be a lot of information on there as far as, let's say you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. What organ flow is that? What finger should I hold if I get up in the middle of the night? And that, by the way, is the liver flow, and you would hold your middle finger. And that's when I was going through my healing journey. Insomnia was a big one that I had to deal with, and constantly waking up at certain times. And when I realized what was happening, I did that flow on me or held that finger, no problem. Go right back.
Which finger for insomnia?
Well, it's the liver flow that is you're waking up at 2 o'clock. So that would be your your middle finger to hold.
Middle finger.
Right. So it's like if you're having kidney stones, you would want to hold your index finger because that's a kidney project. So it's just getting to know the different way that Jin Shin practitioners speak. We don't say problems, we say projects, because a project you can work on. A problem is just there. It's not able to work on. And it's all about, again, vibrations, what you're speaking. You don't say, oh, I have horrible health today. No, I am well, I am happy, I am healthy. And just raising your vibration so you can thrive in life is a good thing. So the knowledge, please go to my website. A lot of free information on there, and I will have a special link there for Good Vibes TV to give some freebies to you guys as well.
That's awesome, Bridget. So, so is JSJ the only technique or thing you use to raise your vibration? You were mentioning meditation, earthing.
Yes, I mean, there's so many things I can do. My website actually has all that information, but the Healy is a big one that I'm going to promote in the next couple of months. And it's all about the frequencies that it can give you. It has 120 different programs, and it works very well with Jin Shin. Usually when I'm doing my long distance sessions with people, I have the resonance program going on the Healy. The frequencies that came up on the Healy that are needed for that client, I will send it long distance, as well as doing a Jin Shin long distance. And that does work. It's gone through quantum physics. So if people want to research quantum physics, there is a way to heal long distance, and it's happening all over the world. So inform yourself and educate yourself.
Awesome. That's a wonderful message to give the world. With the pandemic, or the great pause, they've called it, and I know we like to use different words, any suggestions or advice, ways to raise your vibe to get out of that fear vibration?
Right. Because
again, you said fear was the index finger?
Okay. Just think of when we're told to do stuff, our parents were like this, a little bit of a fear factor there. So as well as the mask, I mean, covering up this, you're in flight or flight mode right there, whether you like it or not. Just like watching a movie on TV, your brain does not know that you're watching something that's fake. The violence you see on TV is the violence that's going on in your head. That's why now I can't watch stuff like that. I have to watch happy TV because it's just too intense for me. But when you start looking at your life and how the world is in vibrational mode, and you see the fear out there and the people, concaved in because their energy's all like this, they're not with their shoulders down, head up, the posture's there. You can see when people are healthy and vibrating well because it's in their aura, it's in their body. So, but my recommendations is stop listening to the news. The news is programmed to make you sick, to make you unwell so you can't thrive in life. They don't want you to thrive because that's competition. So do yourself a favor, do your own research. Don't listen to just anybody, research. And there's so many medical doctors right now that are switching, like me, from the medicine out there that we knew and loved and thought it was working for us to more innate, more natural ways, like grounding outside. There's no reason why you can't take your shoes off and go outside, except for the pesticides that might be on your ground, but that's another whole other activity.
Right, the toxins in our environment. Yep.
But the toxins that we speak, the toxins that we think, and the toxins that we put on our body, whether it's makeup, deodorant, watch your labels, because all that is encompassing, and those toxins stay in your fat cells and don't get released. That's why I'm amazed with the Healy and the research that Healy's doing, the frequency that they're bringing to us. I mean, who would have known? I thought the tuning forks was the end all, but you know, doing the tuning fork on yourself, I mean, you will get little fractures on your bone because you're not meant to hold a tuning fork. There is no side effects with the Healy, except for if you overdo it, then you got, you know, your own issues to deal. But if you're drinking enough water, having your intention and grounding yourself, you're golden. So health is on its way.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Bridget, for sharing your knowledge today. It's been a true pleasure. And for everyone who wants to reach out to Bridget, findingcoherence.com is her website. And I want to thank you, Good Vibes viewers, for watching, and connect with us on good-vibes.tv. That's our website. It'll take you to our Facebook page where you have a chance to win some free Good Vibes TV merchandise. And also, if you want to be a sponsor or a guest on the show, you can contact me through that website as well. So remember to raise your vibe and thrive. Peace out, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bridget.
Thank you.